Hi guys, welcome back to Harrymakemeup. Today I'm here with a very special guest. I'm here with Jess, who is my winner from the hashtag Harrymakemeup competition. The competition will be running again as of now from this video, so you can enter again by sending me pictures of any of the looks on any of my videos using the hashtag Harrymakemeup across Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of the socials, leaving me a picture with your look, you doing the makeup look, and at me into the comment or the tweet you do as well, or the post. The look we did on Jess is going to be the Doutzen Kroes look that she wore for Cannes Film Festival. I hope you guys enjoy the video. So for the makeup that Doutzen Kroes had on the day, I'm going to start, once we've done a little bit of primer with the Estee Lauder matte primer, I'm going to take Bobbi Brown's Skin foundation. And this is really nice as well, because for red carpet it still looks like real skin, but you can build the coverage. Does it feel quite surreal being here, Jess?
Yeah.
Is it really surreal?
Yeah, with the whole setup.
So Jess knows all my secrets now. All my makeup secrets. And so I'm just taking this kind of from the middle of the face and then just working it out. So you could, the nice thing with this is you can build it up. So you can start with a really sheer application. Anybody who kind of likes tinted moisturisers, which is what you were saying, isn't it, Jess?
Yeah.
You're a fan of
tinted moisturiser.
What's your favourite one?
Bobbi Brown's tinted moisturiser.
Do you use the oil? Because does she do oil-free ones and for dry skin? I think, does she have like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one do you have? Do you have like a preference or?
I have the oil-free with
yeah.
Mercier. Yeah.
So I'm just taking a little bit of 8 Hour cream and I'm just popping a bit of that on Jess's lips, so when we come to do lipstick later, we can just take the lip balm off, but the lips are nice and prepped. So for brows, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the, I think it's the Grace Kelly one. The writing has run off on mine now because it's been very well loved. But I'm going to take the spoolie first and just give Jess's brows a little groom through. And I think if you look at the makeup that she had on the day as well on the red carpet, she just had quite a natural brow, but it had a little bit of extra fullness. So I'm just going to take this, just thicken Jess's brows a little bit, but just following her natural shape. And just kind of pushing the brow hairs up towards the front as I go along. So just that arch, I'm just going to go a little bit higher on the corner and then just bring it down so it kind of tails off to nothing. So the palette I'm going to use is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Golden Goddess, which has a really beautiful kind of array of shades, and they've almost got like a bit of kind of greeny grey in them. So I'm going to take the kind of second shade in this one, and just in the MAC 217, I'm just going to buff that over Jess's lid. So if you close your eye for me, Jess. So really nice. You'll probably find as well these kind of colours go different on different skin tones, which is really nice. So I'm just taking that middle tone, which has quite kind of like a dual intensity, and just the MAC 217, just taking it ever so slightly past the sockets, and then I'm going to take another 217 and just buff that line right out. So it's kind of going towards the brow bone, but there's still a little gap. So now to intensify the lash line, I'm going to take a bit of Smoke. This is the Caviar Eye Stick by Mercier. And this is a really good shade just to kind of add depth to the lash line. So it'll work with any colour eyeshadow, any kind of eye you're doing where you just want to make it a little bit more smoky without going into the waterline. So I'm going to take this, and if you close for me, Jess, just going to lift Jess's lid a little bit, and I'm just going to run that quite close to the lash line, all the way along. So I'm going to take a Luxe pencil brush by Zoever, and lifting the lid again slightly, just so you get right into the roots of the lashes. Just blending that in a bit so it softens, but it's going to make the eye look, give it a much more depth. So going back to the Charlotte Tilbury palette and back to that mid-tone shade, with a little bit of the Caviar Eye Stick that's left on the brush, that's going to darken that colour. And if you just look up for me, Jess, I'm going to take that a little bit under the eye as well. And take that all the way along, but quite close to the lash line. A little bit thicker on the outside corner, just to make the eyes a little bit bigger as well. Okay, so I'm going to give Jess a very mini Harry flick. We're going to add a little mini Harry flick to this look. I feel like looking at the pictures, she definitely had on the red carpet that little bit extra depth into the kind of Caviar Smoke look as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of liner and I'm just going to press it in rather than making it like a solid flick. I'm just taking that right into the roots of the lash line. All the way along, but very fine. Rather than doing a full-on Harry flick, I'm just going to wing it a little bit. So to kind of add some depth to the lower lash line, I'm going to use a bit of the Clinique. This is their the Intense Eyeliners in Intense Clove. So if you just look up for me, Jess, I'm going to take this into the waterline. And this colour is almost like a kind of soft grey brown, so it's not as harsh as black. So if you do have smaller eyes, it's not going to close them up the same way black would, but you'll still get the depth. And just have a little blink for me, Jess. And as you blink a couple of times as well, it just presses the product into the roots better. So for mascara for the first coat, I'm going to use two. I'm going to use the Max Factor Masterpiece Max. And I'm going to apply to the top and bottom, so if you look up for me, Jess. So I'm just going to take this, just press it into the bottom lashes first. I'm going to do concealer at the end. And I'm just wiggling this through so it's kind of one proper coat of mascara before we add any individuals. And I can just look, I just want to make Jess's lashes much thicker. And then taking that pencil brush, I'm just going to take a bit of Coffee eyeshadow by Laura Mercier, which is really good, deep, dark matte. So if you close your eyes for me, Jess, just again to add that little bit more depth, because I definitely think she had a darker kind of lash line. And I'm just kind of flicking that up as I go along, so it just adds that kind of smoky effect that she had on the red carpet. I'm going to start with some short ones, kind of in the middle of the eyes, and then work outwards, because I just want to give that more kind of lashy effect. So if you look down for me, Jess, and turn your head this way a little bit for me. So I'm just going to start kind of looking for any gaps, and I'm just going to thicken up as I go along. Do you ever wear individual lashes, Jess?
Not often. Take too long.
They do, but do you know what I think it is? They just look like your lashes. I think it's that thing that when I notice, even when I use them on clients, they do look like their lashes.
Yeah, I'm not keen on strip lashes.
Yeah, I think strip lashes can be quite uncomfortable as well. I can see why a lot of people prefer individuals for kind of red carpet and events. They're just that little bit more comfortable. Mm-hmm. And if you do have small eyes or hooded eyes, you can actually use the lashes just to kind of help you take the eye and pull it out a little bit further, especially if you kind of feel that you can't do liner very well, or it's just easier to do something where you let the lashes kind of show the shape of your eye. So I'm going to take the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Light 2. So if you look up for me, Jess, I think this is vanilla for anyone who knows the concealers by names rather than numbers. I think makeup artists, we always know it as numbers, and consumers always know it as the name, I think, don't they? Mm-hmm. So I'm just taking that under the eye, and I'm kind of taking it a little bit into the kind of inner corner, and then just scooping it under so it kind of lifts the eye as well. So again, with that nice shape with the lashes, you're just really emphasising that nice lift under the eye. I'm going to take a bit of the Chanel, this is the Solei De Tan, and I'm going to use a Sensei bronzing brush as well, the gel brush. So this is the nicest brush, you can use it with cream or powder products, and it just picks up a really slight amount rather than kind of building up or having to take off loads on the back of your hand. I'm just going to warm up Jess's skin a little bit with this, because I definitely think she had kind of a glowy skin feel going on. So I'm just buffing that in little circles, a little bit into the temples and the hairline, tiny bit on the chin. Just to add a little hint of that kind of pinky glow, which she definitely had on her cheek, I'm going to use a bit of the Kiko. This is the Free Spirit Lips and Cheeks pencil, so it's a good one to have as well for summer because you can use it on both. I like a nice multi-purpose product. So what I'm going to do, rather than do it with the crayon, I'm actually going to rub quite a bit of the product, so you can see it's quite a kind of a nice corally pink. I'm going to rub it onto the back of my hand first, and then I'm going to take my foundation brush, which has got a little bit of foundation left in it, just so it's a bit more diluted. And then I'm just going to apply that to the apples of the cheek, so you get that nice kind of pop of colour without it being too intense. So you can just use what's left on your foundation brush. So I'm going to take a bit of What's Up. This is by Benefit. Again, I've got kind of a travel size one here, which obviously you can buy full size. And I'm just going to use this with my ring finger. It's quite a nice kind of opaly gold shade, so it's really nice again with the tan. And it's nice red carpet in that it's not too kind of, it doesn't make the skin look white. And it just adds a really, really lovely glow. So I'm taking that a little bit into the temples, a little bit above the brow bone, and I'm literally just using the warmth of my finger just to pat that in. A little bit of this on the Cupid's bow as well, just to give that all over glow, and just blend it with a clean finger. So I'm going to line the lips with a bit of Subculture by MAC. I definitely think the lip she had on the red carpet was verging on a kind of more pinky nude. So if you just smile and close for me, Jess, I'm just going to start by lining the lips with this. And if you smile and close, it's just that little bit easier as well to see where the lines are going. I'm going to take a bit of the Dior, this is the Dior Nude lips, and I'm going to take the shade Swan, which is quite a nice kind of pinky nude, but it's definitely going to give it a little bit more of a kind of pinky hint. So I'm just going to take that over the top, just so it looks more like the colour that she had on the red carpet. So I'm going to go back to the Lancome. This is the Grandiose mascara, the one with the very funny wand. Have you seen this, Jess?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a swan.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit gimmicky, but it is a nice volumizing mascara. So if you look down for me, Jess, so I'm just going to add a little bit more power to those lashes, because I think a lot of the look was about the lashes. And it just kind of blends the real ones and the false ones together as well. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Jess. And I look forward to seeing more of you guys here soon as well. #HarryMakeMeUp. And I'll see you soon with more videos. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.
Bye.